Tonight I will be streaming the Castles of Burgundy dice game for you guys, which is a little roll and write by my favorite designer Stefan Feld. This is far from my favorite game of his, but I think it's the only roll and write he has made. There is, however, a roll and write designed by somebody else called Octodice, which is based off his game Aquasphere. I might do a stream of that sometime, that would be fun. But yeah, the Castles of Burgundy dice game. It's based off the board game and it also has a card game spin-off. And honestly, out of these three, this one is my least favorite, but I still think it's fun and it's a nice one to play social distance style or solo as well. It's a quick little solo mode. I just posted a link to the sheet in case you don't have that yet and would like to play along live. So there's that. I know we're short some of our regular viewers because Gen Con Online has also started, and I have some of my regular visitors who are currently playing games on there. But that's alright, I know some of you will watch the replay, and if not, I still got to play a fun game, so yay, let's go for that. So the Castle of Burgundy dice game. In the multiplayer game, this die determines the timing of the game. This crosses off one spot and this crosses off two spots. And when you run out of spots, that's the end of a round. In the solo mode, you only get a total of 8 turns for each round. So let's start by marking those off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means we're crossing off the bottom 2 for each round already. And then even if this one comes up as 2, you just mark off 1 turn. You don't mark off a double turn. Alright? Now the actual game. Oh, I didn't completely erase mine correctly, I see. Let's get that away. So, the game. You have 2 dice with numbers. And hi, Floof. One of the cats is coming in to say hi. Hi, honey. Hi. You can come say hi to viewers. Yes. Alright. Back to focusing. So, you have 2 dice with numbers and 2 dice with colors, and you need to create valid pairs. So it says purple needs to be with a 1 or a 2. I don't think you guys can see that quite clearly. Let me pull it in closer for you. And try to make sure we don't get too much glare from the light. Okay, hopefully this will work. So purple will need to be with a 1 or a 2. Silver needs to be with a 3 or a 4. Blue needs to be with a 5 or a 6. Orange can be any number, but one section of connected orange spaces needs to have all different numbers. Dark green needs to be the same number as one of the numbers next to it. And the yellow or light green, whatever you want to call that, can be any number, but one section needs the same number. So it's kind of the opposite of the orange one. Alright? So that's how placement works, and you get to pick one combination. So you can, in this case, you would be able to say 3 silver, for example. You're going to start the game with picking one of the dark green castles of your choice, and you can branch out from there and try to fill up your sheet. You score points for completing an area of connected spaces of 1 color. So if I complete this entire area, that's an area of 4. And the earlier you do that in the game, the more it will be worth. If I do that in round 1, it would be 13 points. But if I do it in round 3, a bigger area is only worth 7 points. So the bigger areas are nice to do first. But like the board game, if you're familiar with that, or the card game, you get rewarded also for buildings, for doing just a single thing. So every time you fill up something, you get a reward. And in this case, you don't get a reward for every tile you place, you get a reward for completing an area. So not just victory points. So I only get a bonus for an area once the area is completed. So I have to kind of balance getting those rewards. Hi, Leighton. I kind of have to balance getting those rewards with getting the victory points. Because I want the big areas first for the victory points, but I want the small areas first for the bonuses. So that's how that goes. Hi, honey. You're so helpful. Don't try to catch the dice. The cats would like to join today. Yes. So I'm gonna pick my starting castle now, and there's different bonuses. The blue one doesn't do anything quite yet, but once the timer die lands on blue, each blue die will be turned into 1 silver and 2 victory points. Hey, no eating the dice. No, that's bad. You can't eat the dice, you silly cat. Go sit somewhere else then if you're gonna be like that. Alright, continuing. So, the blue one doesn't do anything yet, but it becomes silver and victory points. You can also get silver by completing a silver area, obviously, and blue by completing a blue area. Silver lets you do a second turn, for which you can reuse one of the dice. So I could say I want 3 orange and 5 orange. One is my regular turn and one for a silver. Then we have purple. Purple lets you change the color of one of these dice, because you need valid pairs that might be needed at some point. And orange lets you change the number. Again, that makes it easier to create valid pairings so that you're not as dependent on the dice. Blue gets triggered automatically whenever this is rolled. The other 3, so the purple, the gray and the orange bonus, are once per round. You can't combine them. You cannot say, oh, I want to change a number and a color and then do something twice. One effect per turn. And that's all the rules, so let's give that a go. If they pick a starting castle, the blue one doesn't do anything right away, so I think it's better to start with something that gains me something right away, so I can use it if I get stuck. Well, let's go for the orange one, and it means I circle the orange one here, and if I use it during the game, I can cross it off. This, by the way, is the letter A, and if you actually buy the game, there's 4 different sheets, A, B, C, and D, so there's a little bit of variety in the different layouts, just like the Castles of Burgundy board game has different boards to play on. We're gonna roll. I'm gonna mark off the first turn, and now I get to pick something. So this is very yellow here. It refers to the light green animal fields on the board. I can reach that. I can also reach blue, but blue needs to be combined with a 5 or a 6. I could do that if I want to spend my orange worker right away, but if I don't, I have to go here somewhere. I'm gonna go here so that I can also reach the orange area, because currently I can't reach any orange section. And I can pick which number I want. It doesn't really matter at this point to me. I'm just gonna put number 2 in here. And each field of animals needs to have the same number. So this one is also gonna have to be number 2 at some point. And that will be the first turn. Let's start the second one. And if you're playing along live and I'm playing too quickly for you, feel free to ask me to slow this down a bit. If not, I'm just gonna keep playing at my own pace. See, we have a couple of viewers, but so far they're all quiet, so I have no idea if anybody's actually playing or if you're just watching me play. If you're just watching me play, it's obviously not interesting if I'm doing that too slowly. So I'm just gonna try and keep a nice pace, but if you need me to slow down, do ask. Right now you have purple or silver. Silver needs a 3 or a 4, and purple needs a 1 or a 2. So I don't have those numbers, so I can either skip a turn, which also this is turn 2, which doesn't give me a penalty, but it's also not great, or I can just use this worker and place something, which I would much prefer, so I'm gonna go for that. And I can pick which color I would like to go for. I'm gonna go for this one, and let's see, I'm gonna write either a 3 or a 4, it doesn't matter which one. There's no rule that they both have to be the same or they both have to be different, so it doesn't really matter what number you put there. Now we've rolled blue, in case you started with a blue castle, or somehow you managed to complete a blue area already, which I don't think is possible. But if you do that, you now cross off the blue ones you've got, circle a silver and write down 2 points each. The game already gave you 1 point for your starting castle, because that's one area completed of size number 1, so that would have gained you 1 point. Alright, so for 1 or a 5, in yellow or dark green. I can't reach dark green, and this one needs to be a 2, so it means I can't actually do anything. If you can't or don't want to do anything, you skip a turn, but you gain 1 new orange worker. So at least I have a worker, and that will be the end of turn 3 for me. The reason I like this one less than the other Castle of Burgundy games is because to me the choices often feel kind of forced. There are ways to manipulate it, but as you just saw, it's easy to get stuck and not really be able to do anything too great. And as far as roll and rights go, I feel like there's better ones. And as far as the Castle of Burgundy goes, I like the card game and the board game better. But I also know people that strongly prefer this over the card game because it's so much quicker and there's no setup. The card game has quite a bit of setup and takes quite a bit more room on your table. And obviously the full board game will be longer. 3 silver is a legal combination. I'm going to do that. That completes this area. It's an area of size 2, so I get 4 points. And I circle a silver, which I could spend right away to take a second turn, but I don't think there's anything interesting right now. So that will be turn number 4. And then I'm gonna roll again. I see we got some new viewers. Hi guys, welcome. So again, this is the double timer die. In a multiplayer game, this would take 2 bips of time, but in the solo mode it doesn't. However, if you've circled any blue bonuses, don't forget to now turn them into silver and write down 2 points each for them. And again, I'm stuck with yellow or dark green. I still can't reach dark green, and yellow doesn't do me anything because it needs to be number 2. However, I can spend the orange worker to change a number. So I'm changing one of these numbers to number 2, and then I can do 2 yellow. And the yellow bonus simply says multiply the points you would got for it by 2. So instead of 4 points, this gains me 8 points now. And that would be turn 5. Alrighty then. Number 6 in dark green or orange. I still can't reach dark green. It's going to be orange then. I'm going to pick this orange one and try to start on this area. Because completing an area of 1 does get me a new orange bonus, which might be nice. But points wise, the single fields stay the same throughout the game. So I would rather start working on a big field. Plus, if I start working on this, I might be able to reach dark green soon. Because I seem to be rolling a whole bunch of that. It's an easy choice what number I want that to be. Because, you know, there's only one number out there right now. And then I'm gonna roll again. 1 or 6, purple or yellow. I can do 1 purple, so I'm gonna do that. And that's the end of this turn. I think I marked off 1 turn too many. Because I only skipped 1 turn and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and I've marked off 7. I think I did 1 too many actually. So I think this is actually this turn right now. Alrighty. So again, blue means you can turn the blue ones into 2 points and a silver. If you have any of those bonuses, I don't, so I'm gonna see what else I can do. I still can't reach dark green. I currently also can't reach silver because they're both full. So that means I can't really do anything good right now. I don't have purple. I would have really liked purple so I could change the color of one of these dice and be able to place something. Sadly, that's not possible, so instead I'm going to go for skipping a turn and gaining another orange worker that I can use next round. And then we're rolling the final turn of this round. 2 or 4, blue or green. Blue needs to be 5 or 6. I don't have that, but I have the worker to adjust that. And that's what I'm going to do so I can reach another area. I can either take one of these blue ones or one of these. I'm going to do this, then I can reach this one because I think I would like to start working on getting a purple bonus out. So I'm going to write down a 5 and that will take my orange worker because that's not a number I actually rolled. That will be the end of this round. I tally up all the points I've earned for the completed area, so that would be 13. And then we're gonna start round 2. If you complete something entirely, so all the fields of one color on your entire board, you gain some points. I think, but I'm not 100% sure that in the solo mode you might in the last round get the lower points instead of the higher ones. But in a multiplayer game, the first person to get it would get a higher number and everybody else would be able to get a lower number. So just 1 time, not 2. Unlike the multiplayer game, but like the multiplayer game, all your blue bonuses now become 2 points and 1 silver, and I get to pick something here. I am going to go for, I think I'm going to continue working on this orange area. Orange all needs to have different buildings within one city, so I'm going to go for number 4 because I already have number 6 up here, and I'm rolling the next turn. I want to bet that by the time I finally get these blue ones, I'm not rolling them anymore. So 1 or 2 orange or purple. Oh man, that's a hard choice. I would really like a purple bonus, but I would also really like to get this one completed. I think I'm going to go for the purple bonus. It's an area of 2, which is currently 3 points. And see, last round it was 4, so it keeps decreasing. And I get a purple bonus. And then we're rolling again. 1 or 6, purple or yellow. And this is the third turn. I can still reach purple up here, so let's go for that. 1 purple. I do still have a silver, so I could take a second turn and I can reuse 1 die. So I could say I also want 1 yellow or 6 yellow. I can't get 6 purple because that's not a legal pairing. Yeah, I don't feel like I don't really find that all that interesting right now. Next turn. Again, you can turn your blue bonuses into points and silver if you would like. And I get to do 2 or 5 dark green. And dark green needs to have the same number to cross it off as one of the numbers adjacent. So this is a 5, which means with 5 dark green I can cross off this one, score 1 point and get the purple bonus. And then we're rolling again. 3 or 5 silver or dark green. I can't reach silver right now. Okay, so I'm going to use a purple bonus and I can change the color of one of these dice. And that means I can continue working on my orange area, which I think would be a good idea. So I'm going to put, let's see, 5 orange up here. And that takes up one of my purples. And you can only use 1 bonus per round, so I can't use any other bonus right now. And then we're gonna roll again. 4 or 5 blue or yellow. Well, it's gonna be 5 blue, so I can complete that right now. Which is another 3 points and a blue bonus. And I hope I'm not messing up the turns, because I know if I'm playing solo I tend to play quite quickly, and then if I'm narrating and talking to all of you guys, it's possible that I mess that up at some point, but I hope I don't. And if you see me mess up, feel free to let me know in the comment section. 4 orange or blue. Blue needs to be a 5 or a 6, and orange needs to be a unique number, so I can't put 4 orange in here. I don't have a bonus to change the number, but I do have another orange area here, so let's get started on that one. 4 orange. I'm trying to mark them off every time I roll so that I don't forget. Alright, so blue would mean a blue one gets crossed off, it becomes a silver and 2 victory points. And then we have 1 or 2 silver or purple, which is going to be 2 purple, or 1 for that matter, it doesn't really matter. But purple, and it's going to be another 3 points. That's the end of this round, so we're tallying that up. That would be 12 points right now. And then we're starting the third round, and as you can see, this is a really quick game. We're only 15 minutes into this stream, and I think I took like 5 minutes to introduce everything and explain everything, so as you can see, the actual game itself is really quick. 1 dark green or 6 dark green, which is not allowed because this one needs 4 or 5 and this one needs a 4, but luckily blue can be a 5 or a 6, so let's go for that. I can actually reach both of these. I'm going to do a 6 so that there's an additional number touching this dark green, making that one easier to cross off later. And I can't really do anything with my silver right now. I really want more double turns, but the dice aren't loving me. Alright, let's see. I want to be able to reach that one. I can't reach this. This is really unhelpful. I'm gonna put a 5 orange in here because I don't have a 5 here yet. And I'm gonna spend a silver and also do 4 orange because I can reuse one of the dice. In this case I'm reusing orange. And then I'm also putting a 4 here and I can complete something. It's not really a lot of points, but hey, 1 point is better than nothing, and I had quite a few silver and was running out of time to spend it. Darn it, I'm now debating if I marked off a turn for this round. Is this the first thing I've done in round 3? I think it is. No, I think this was actually the first one. I think I'm a turn behind, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I worried that would happen if I tried to speed through this game. It's one of the most finicky things about this one. It's really easy to forget to do that when you're playing solo because it plays so quickly that you tend to kind of skip over this. In a multiplayer game, this determines if you cross off 1 or 2 squares, so people are way more attentive and it's less likely to happen. But the solo mode is a fixed amount of turns, so it's easier to mess that up. 4 or 5 orange or purple. Again, oh wait, I completed this one, so I get an orange bonus for that. That's nice because that means I can change a number, which would mean I can change one of these so that I can complete this. That would be great, let's do that. Marking off the orange bonus, I'm completing this field, that gets me a new orange one. And because I completed a city of 4 big, I get 7 points. And I had really hoped to do that earlier so that it was worth more points, but unfortunately that did not work out. Rolling again. 1 or 2 purple or blue. This is a really great way to finish off another purple section with a silver. So I'm going to do 1 purple, cross off a silver, and then also do 2 purple, which gets another purple area completed, so it's another 2 points. And then I almost have all of my purple done. I only need this one now, so that's good. I still have to double check if you get the full amount of points in the solo mode anytime, or if because we're in the last round, we're getting the lower amount. I think we're getting the lower amount, but I forgot to check that before we started this, and I've only really played it multiplayer over webcam the last couple months as a social distance game with friends. So I'm now hesitant about that solo rule because I've played so many solo modes lately, and some of them have the rule where you do go down to the lower amount of points, and with some other games you don't. So sometimes I get those little details mixed up. I'm sorry about that. 2 or 6, yellow or dark green. I think I'm gonna go for 2 dark green here and get another silver out. That's 1 more point. And a silver. And I could spend that silver straight away if I wanted to and get some of that, more of that light green, but I don't think that's too useful yet. I would prefer to hang on to my silver. 3 or 4, yellow or purple. Crossing this off. I have an orange worker. I could complete the purple and get bonus points. I think I would like that. The downside is if I do get more purple... Oh, I forgot to circle a purple as well. I'm really bad at circling my bonuses today, guys. Alright, that's better. I can see I completed 3 of these, so I should have 3 of those. And with orange you might be... How did she have 4? She had sometimes supposed to have 2, but I skipped 2 turns and got workers that way. Anyway, I could complete this, but that means for the remaining 2 turns, if I roll purple, it's a bust, but I don't have that much more time left, so I think I prefer to do that. That would require the last one of this. Or I can also try to complete the silver, maybe, but I don't think that's likely. Completing all the orange is also quite a bit of points, but it's easier to do. I think I'm gonna spend the orange worker and finish up the purple. And I will check how those points work in a second to see if I get the lower or the higher value this late in the solo game. Should be able to check that quite quickly, and I'll try to read up on that while we're continuing to play, so that you guys don't have to wait too long on me to do that. I can totally multitask, guys. Alright, so blue, which means if you had any blue bonuses, I don't have any of those right now, that I could turn them into points in silver. And then 4 or 6 with either silver or dark green. I would like to get the last dark green one out of the way. I'm gonna do it with either the 4 or the 6. And I get blue, but this one is already triggered, so it does not immediately turn into a silver. It does get me a point. And again, a majority bonus once I figure out if I'm supposed to get the higher ones or the lower ones. Oh, I have to mark a turn. Oh, we only have 1 more. Darn it. I might want to spend the silver then. To get something. No, I want to save it so for the last turn. I hope I can complete the orange ones. Alright, rolling. Well, that helps. That helps a lot. Alright, so 2 orange goes here. I get an orange. I also spent a silver. And I get another orange too. Also, because we rolled blue, the blue one I already had turns into a silver, which doesn't matter because I can't use it, but it also turns it to 2 points, and obviously that does matter. We've also completed an orange area of 1, and an orange area of 3, which is 4 points. I should write this tinier because I have to put my majority bonuses in here as well. I thought I clicked on an English rulebook, and now I have a Spanish one in front of me, or Portuguese or something I can't read. No, Spanish. I did recognize the language correctly. Let me click on the right file for you guys. No. By the way, there is a solo variant thing online that I could possibly use if I want. Okay, I don't think the rulebook is actually up online right now, so that's annoying. I figured it was, but it's not. And the one in my book is German. I don't actually speak German. So I know I had a downloaded version of the English rules at some point, but I don't seem to have those saved anymore. And I don't seem to be up on BGG anymore either. So that means I'm gonna have to take a guess on how that was supposed to go. Maybe it says so in the solo campaign fan-made mode as well. Nope. Okay. I'm going to assume in the last round you only get the lower amount of points for the multipliers, in which case I would have 3 and 2 and 1, so it will be another 6 points. Let's make sure that actually fits in here. 2, 6, there we go. And then tally everything up, 10, 20, 24, 26, and I will make a total of, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 51. So that's it for this game. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. It is a little bit of a shorter stream. Usually I run for at least half an hour and sometimes up to an hour depending on what game we're playing. But like I said, this one is really nice and quick. I probably could have shaved up a couple of minutes if I hadn't needed to look up that rule that I can't find anywhere anymore. Again, apologies for that. I'm going to be live again at 10 p.m. tomorrow, which is the same time this stream started, so about half an hour ago, in case you want to convert that to your own time zone. I haven't decided yet what game we're doing tomorrow. I will happily take requests. I'm also starting to run out of roll and writes with a solo mode in my house, by the way. So that's a good sign. And so next week we might not be doing roll and write play-alongs. I might actually be doing playthroughs of certain solo games or solo modes in games that you guys can watch me play and ask questions about before we start recycling the roll and writes we've already done. Just so we can mix it up a little bit. And I might do a bit of both, who knows. Thank you all for watching. If you have played this, feel free to share your scores with me. You can also upload them on social media and tag me. I'm known in those games on Facebook and Instagram. I hope you have a great evening. And thanks for being here. Bye everybody.